You know that feeling when you're watching a movie and you just think, yeah, right, there's no way that could ever happen in real life. Well, today we're going to look at some true stories that are so wild, they make Hollywood scripts look kind of boring. These are the moments when you realize reality is way stranger and, honestly, more incredible than any fiction. So just imagine it. You're sitting there, watching a film, and the hero survives something just completely and totally impossible. You'd probably roll your eyes, right? Maybe lean over to your friend and be like, okay, that is just not believable at all. Well, what if I told you that every single event, every insane escape, and every unbelievable twist we're about to talk about? That's right. These aren't screenplays. This is real life. And trust me, it's about to get a whole lot weirder than you can possibly imagine. Okay, so let's kick things off back in 1914. You've got this naval ship, right? Suddenly, boom, it hits a mine, there's a massive explosion, the hull is torn open, water is rushing in, and the captain gives the order, abandon ship. Now, in any movie, that's it. That's the tragic end scene. But this ship had other ideas. For more than 30 hours, yeah, you heard me, 30 hours, the ship just stayed afloat. It was like this wounded giant that just refused to go down. This wasn't just blind luck either. Its special compartmentalized design actually contained the flooding, buying them just an incredible amount of time. It was enough time for rescue ships to show up and save almost every single person on board. I mean, what a testament to human engineering when everything goes wrong. So, from the wide open ocean, we're now going to go deep, deep underground. It's 2010, and the entire world is watching as a mine in Chile collapses. 33 men are trapped almost half a mile beneath the surface. At first, everyone's hoping for a rescue, but that hope, it faded fast. The mission was soon reclassified from a rescue to a recovery. For 17 long, agonizing days, there was nothing, just silence. No contact, no sign of life whatsoever. Experts were saying survival was impossible. The world pretty much started to mourn. Hope was basically gone. And then, right when they were about to give up, they sent down this tiny probe into a narrow borehole. It was a total long shot, one last desperate try. But what it brought back to the surface, well, it changed everything. It was a note, just a simple note scribbled in red ink attached to that drill bit. And it said, "We are well in the refuge." Those few words took what was a story of pure tragedy and turned it into one of the most incredible stories of hope and human resilience ever told. What happened next was just this massive 69-day effort with engineers and experts from all over the world working together. And then one by one, all 33 miners were brought to safety, live on TV for the whole world to see. It was just this unbelievable story of surviving against literally all odds. All right, so we've had a group survival story. Now let's talk about one person's solitary endurance that it almost defies belief. So it's 1972. A plane flying over the Peruvian Amazon gets struck by lightning and just disintegrates in midair. It was thought there were no survivors, or so they believed. A 17-year-old girl fell 10,000 feet, that's nearly 2 miles, still strapped into her seat, and somehow landed in the middle of the dense Amazon jungle. Just surviving a fall like that is a miracle by itself, but believe it or not, her ordeal was just getting started. So with a broken collarbone and a bunch of other injuries, she remembered the survival skills her father had taught her, and she trekked through that dangerous jungle for 11 days until she found help. I mean, she walked out of the jungle alone. To this day, doctors and scientists still can't really explain how she pulled it off. It's just a complete medical mystery. Okay, so let's switch gears to a totally different kind of unbelievable story. This one isn't about survival, but about pure, unadulterated audacity. Back in the 1970s, this guy decided he deserved the rock star lifestyle, even though he didn't really have the talent to, earn it. So how'd he do it? No weapons, no crazy tech. It was just unshakable confidence and this overwhelming charm. He got into the most exclusive parties and circles just by acting like he was supposed to be there. And the crazy part is, it worked. He built up this whole persona of being a legendary music producer, a real industry insider. But in reality, he was a complete unknown, a total ghost. After conning people out of millions, he just, poof, disappeared without a trace. All he left behind was this crazy legend and a lot of very confused victims. And now for our final story. And folks, this one is so incredible, you would absolutely dismiss it as fiction if it weren't 100% true. This is the story of one man's journey through the absolute darkest days of World War II. Okay, get this. On August 6th, he was in Hiroshima on a business trip when the first atomic bomb was dropped. And he survived, battered but alive. So he gets on a train to go back to his home in Nagasaki, and he arrives just in time for the second atomic bomb to be dropped on August 9th. To survive one is a miracle. To survive both, honestly, there aren't even words for that. And that's really the point of all this, isn't it? We look to movies for these amazing stories, for heroes who beat impossible odds. But you know what? We don't really need screenwriters to come up with this stuff. The greatest, most compelling stories, they aren't written in scripts. They're forged in the fires of real life. They're written by human courage, by unbelievable luck, and just by the raw will to survive. So, I've got to ask you, from the ship that just wouldn't sink to the man who survived not one but two atomic bombs, which one of these stories just felt the most unreal to you? Seriously, which one just completely blew your mind? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, if you found these stories as incredible as I did, do me a favor and hit that like button. And for more journeys into the unbelievable, make sure you subscribe. Because as we saw today, sometimes the truth really is the greatest story ever told. Thanks for watching.